Thank you, Devin. And watching someone faint, pass out, is a very scary experience. But did you know that it is so common that about 1 out of every 3 people has it happen at some point in their lives?
And here to tell us more about syncope is Nurse Christina Paris.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, glad to see you this morning. We got Jeremy with us.
I know, I'm so excited. Hey, I do have to say something first to the people who watch. First, I want to say thank you to the people who come up to me in the store and tell me that you watch the show and that you love the segment. And I want to apologize if I seem awkward and weird, because usually I'm in my head thinking of my grocery list. But I do, it makes my day. I just want you all to know that. So thank you to those who come up. I always feel bad, like I draw a blank or don't know what to say, but I really do appreciate it, so thank you.
Well, you do a lovely job. Always happy to have the Nursing the North coming on every Tuesday.
Thank you. So yeah, we're going to talk about syncope. Have either one of you ever fainted?
Oh gosh, I can't off the top of my head remember. Sorry, no.
I have not. No. I have never fainted.
Well, there are 3 of us here, so one of us should have.
3, right? Yeah. You would think, yes.
So what does it mean?
Yep, exactly.
Some causes.
Yep. So syncope is really just fainting, you know, like we said. And there's different things that can cause it. So sometimes it can be due to stress, and, you know, basically fainting is just when we have a really drastic change in our blood pressure. So whether our heart rate is too slow or too fast, it causes a loss of blood flow to our brain, and then our body says, okay, wait, we gotta do something to change this. So typically what happens is we pass out. That will get us on a level playing field. We're kind of leveled out where blood can flow easier back to our head.
Now, is this sort of like, what happens like if you're playing a sport and you take a big hit and then you pass out? Is this different?
So that is different. Okay. That is caused to trauma to your head. That's really serious. Sometimes I know when I was in the military, if people were standing, you know, if we were in formation, people get nervous. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm standing here, and you start to get yourself worked up. You might get sweaty, feel kind of dizzy. People who get shots, immunizations, get nervous, and so they'll pass out. But sometimes it's due to a serious heart problem, so it can be an indication of that. Also medications. Some people are on antidepressants or beta blockers, things like that, and those medications, those heart medications or diuretics, can cause you to pass out.
Interesting.
And does the heat impact your ability to faint?
It can, absolutely. So if you're dehydrated, so you just don't have enough blood volume, it can cause you to pass out. Yep, so you're just not getting, you're getting hot, you're getting, your body is gonna wanna cool itself, it's gonna wanna speed up, the blood pressure is gonna go, and if you don't have enough blood volume, yep, you're gonna pass out. So exactly, this is very timingly with the heat that we have going on.
Especially with the holidays as well. You know, people are gonna be out and about probably for extended periods of time in the sun, and it's good to be aware of this. And if it does happen to you, if you do pass out for whatever reason, is that something to see your doctor about?
So there are times when you want to see your doctor. So if it happens suddenly and you're not sure why, like you think it might be due to heart or something like that, you're older, then you do. If it's something like where you guys know you've been drinking a lot of alcohol, haven't had a lot of water, you've been out in the heat, then you know the likely cause of it. If you're going in for an immunization, you know the likely cause of it. So those kind of things you probably don't. But if you do go to see your doctor, and things you want to keep a note of is how long. You want to know, you know, what were you doing before? Like I said, were you drinking? Were you sitting in a hot tub drinking alcohol? And then you got, well, you don't want to pass out there. That would be horrible. But anyway, if something happened, you want to know what you were doing. You want to know how long you were out. Usually it only lasts seconds to a minute. If it's longer than like 5 minutes, that's something serious. And did you recover? Did you come back really quickly, or did it kind of take a while? Were you sort of confused afterwards? Do you have a history of fainting? Has this happened numerous times? What medications are you on? Are you on diuretics? Do you take antidepressants, things like that? Any medical conditions that you might have. So if you have a known heart disease or known heart defect, defect. You know, remember we talk about the heart, we talk about structural, electrical, or plumbing.
Oh, wow.
Any one of those issues, you know, you've got an arrhythmia, you've got a heart defect, things like that, then you want to make sure that you're going in and talking to your cardiologist.
Is this something that can be prevented?
So it can be prevented. So if you pass out, one of the things that you want to do is stay laying flat, raise the feet. So if you have a friend, you're out and about, you know why. We want to raise the feet, push that blood back to the core, back to your head. You want to take a blood pressure if you have a blood pressure cuff, monitor just to see where you're at. And then of course, call your doctor. Prevention. Stay hydrated. If you are on medications, talk to your doctor about changing those medications or getting up from sitting to standing. You want to do that slowly, let everything adjust. And yep, just be very aware if this is a problem.
Yeah, no, I can, it actually has happened almost to me. I was out in the hot summer sun. I remember I was much younger. I think I was like 12 or 13. And I was out planting some trees in the hot sun. I was getting too hot, wasn't drinking enough water. And the ears started ringing. The vision got blurry. Thankfully, my dad got me inside into the cooler house in the basement. Elevated the feet on top of the couch and, you know, had some water and just lied down there and cooled down again. The blood came back to there. Didn't pass out, but the ringing in the ears was certainly a telltale sign that I was not doing well.
Right, and that's very key. Some people will have those things happen before and they know. And yep, your dad did absolutely the right thing, and we would call that a near syncopal episode.
Oh, interesting.
But not quite. So yeah,
very neat.
That was great.
Hopefully, folks, you know, they keep cool and don't faint or pass out this season. And thanks again for coming on in this morning and talking to us a little bit about this.
Yeah, and if you see me in the store, say hi. I love it, and I'm sorry if I don't engage in more conversation.
Well, fantastic. We look forward to talking more about what's trending right after this commercial break.